2007 Chevy Tahoe front grille removal and chrome delete is the title of today's video. So I am going to be showing you how to remove the actual mesh chrome grille and painting the border or the frame black or to another color, whatever you like. I'm not a big fan of chrome, so we're going to get rid of that. You start by removing these screws or bolts, 10mm. So you start by removing your bolts. Put those somewhere safe, make sure you don't lose them. And you can't really see it that well, but the bow tie logo is attached with two screws, or two bolts rather, behind it, also 10mm. Right there and right there. So we're going to take those off as well. And this one actually came off the wrong way. Screw those back on so you don't lose them. And we're going to paint that too. So I took these other two bolts off right here and right there, just to be able to pull this back more, to get a better visual. So down in here, what you're going to do is push down on these black tabs right here, right there. That is what, here's another one right there. That is what's holding your bumper in place. So you kind of want to push down on the tabs and push the bumper out as you're pushing down on the tabs, so they don't click back in. And what I'll do so they don't click back in is you take a flat stubby screwdriver and you push the tab down with the flat blade screwdriver and just keep it in place, just to kind of help you from keeping those tabs from popping back in. There's another one right there. So right here, this is what needs to come out, and it bumps up against the bumper, so you kind of need to push that off to the side on both sides of the grill to be able to pop it out. And you also got these same tabs, you also got them underneath all the way down here. So you're gonna have to kind of feel for them and push them up, and then push your grill out as you're pushing the tabs up and in. Okay, so we got the bottom half of our grill popped out. And the best way to do this is to just push the tabs out one by one right after the other, to kind of create tension on the bumper against the grill to keep from the tabs from popping back in. Okay, same as with the bottom half of the grill. You got some tabs on the bottom side that you also need to push in and pull out your grill at the same time. And I jammed a flat blade screwdriver in there just to hold it in place. And since they're on the bottom, you just kind of have to feel for them. Here's another one right here. Push that. Another one right here. That's one way to get it out. That's the bottom half. And now since we got our opening right here, we can actually get underneath here and see where your tabs are at. So right here, this is the tabs that I'm talking about. Just like on the bottom grill. So push that in. Push that in. Push that in. And push that one in right there. And that one we got a screwdriver. And you have no upper tabs on the top of the grill, so should be able to just come right out. Okay guys, so we got our grill off. Now we need to remove this mesh part from the outer frame or border of the grill, because this chrome is what we're actually painting. I'm not going to paint the actual mesh grill. And this is pretty much the same process we did whenever it was attached to the bumper. To remove this mesh grill from the frame, you're gonna have to press down on these tabs right here, the chrome tabs. And I recommend at least getting, I don't know, 3 screwdrivers for the job, to keep your tabs popped out so they don't pop back in. And you just press up on the tabs and insert your screwdriver. And just keep going from there. And we got it. You're just gonna have to use the combination of inserting your screwdrivers and just muscle it out with your thumbs and pull on the mesh grill as you're pushing the tabs. So now for the top half of the grill, and same thing, push on these chrome tabs right here, there, 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 there. Okay guys, so we got our parts painted. It's been a full 24 hours since we last sprayed. Let them dry. And now we're ready to install it back on the truck. And this mesh grill should just pop right back in. Just make sure you're all lined up. And then just press until you hear it click. Like that. Same for the top part of the mesh grill. Line yourself up. And then just press and click. You want to make sure you're lined up perfectly because you only have one shot to do this. So there you are, your top half and your bottom half chrome delete. Now let's go get these put back on the truck. Okay, so now for installation. The good thing about putting the grill back on is that it's not as hard to put it back on as it is to take off. Just like the mesh grill popped into the frame, so does the grill assembly pop into the bumper. And you just push and until you hear it click. And you want to make sure you do the bottom half of the grill first because the top half overlaps on the bottom one. So make sure you line yourself up. and then just push and click. And now your top half, line yourself up. And you got yourself an alignment pin right here. You're gonna line it up with this hole right there. Line yourself up and just push and click. And put your screws back on, or your bolts. And last but not least, your bow tie logo. Alright, so you line yourself up, your two alignment pins with the two holes right here. Put your washers. And there you have it. 2007 Chevy Tahoe, front grille, uninstall and chrome delete. Looks way better than before. Painted the correct way. A little more time consuming and tedious, but it's better than plastic dip. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.